checking out Mike Dantz. It's spelled like this in case I said it wrong. I asked him to give me 5 songs to review, and let's get into it. The first track is Curve, and the intro scared me because there's a little bit of like distortion on the voice, but not in a good way, like a walkie-talkie sound. I was afraid that was going to carry all the way throughout the song. It was just the intro, and then it transitioned into his normal vocals and sounded very good once the flow started. It was a relief. Next up is One in the Head. It's a little bit sample heavy, but I can appreciate it in the song. There's a segment where the sample comes in and it's talking about no one's going to be working hard or anything like that, and I did really enjoy it. Just it went on a little bit long, but not necessarily a bad thing. There was passion behind his rapping on the song. I think it was a solid performance. After that, we have Never Hesitate. And this is anchored by ambient synth textures with a driving beat. There's a clear emotional weight behind the performance, especially in the chorus, which feels both raw and reflective. I really like the emotion you could hear in his voice. After that, we have Morning. And this is a slower burn, but that only applies to the production of this song. His rapping never ceases to impress. Just not one of my favorites. Overstayed its welcome a little bit. Thought it was a little long. Nothing really creative about the production of the song, but the rapping as always was good. Finishing it off is Can't Believe. I love the singing on this track, and I've mentioned this before in some of my other reviews, but I really enjoy when artists can pause their raps, if they're a rapper or vice versa, and drop a refrain like he does here. I would love to see more of that, switching back and forth. It's very impressive when artists can do that. Let's get into the final notes. I enjoyed checking these songs out. I think Mike Dantz, I hope I'm saying that right, has a good sound for these songs. The more variety, the better. Production and audio mixing sounds good. His vocals sound good. My only complaint is some of the songs don't sound musically creative. They sound good, but just become a little bit repetitive. That's not true for all of these songs, though. One in the Head was a real enjoyment, and I enjoyed listening and checking it out. When I was done with this review, it auto-played Home Team, which features other artists as well. That track was really impressive to hear how he works with other rappers. I would love to hear more sampling on future tracks. I know I mentioned that one song was sample heavy. I would love to hear more samples in shorter snippets, incorporated into the actual melody of the song, not just pausing and spoken word is played. Not that there's a problem with that. I just think sampling like I've seen with some of the other artists could definitely help. So what is my final rating of Mike Dantz? As you know, for these small artists, I use a different scale than I do for the mainstream artists. And I gave Mike Dantz a 6 out of 10. And I think that is a good rating for him at this point. He definitely has room for improvement because the skills that he already has are impressive. The songwriting in his raps is impressive. The production and mixing is good. The production just isn't that creative